John Force makes emotional return to the track after 2024 crash. Legendary NHRA driver John Force made a highly anticipated return to the racing scene at Bradenton Motorsports Park, marking his first trackside appearance since his devastating crash in June 2024. The incident left him with a traumatic brain injury, forcing him to step away from competition and focus on recovery. While Force has yet to get back behind the wheel, his presence at the track was a powerful moment for his team, John Force Racing, and the entire drag racing community. In an emotional video message, Force shared his excitement about being back at the races. He reflected on recent visits to events in Las Vegas and Pomona, but emphasized how special it felt to be at Bradenton, a venue that holds many memories for him. His daughter, Brittany Force, was also in attendance, making strong runs in her Monster Energy dragster, which he proudly highlighted. "I'm still going to therapy every week and working as hard as I can to get back out there with the sponsors and the fans in a sport I love and miss," Force said. "I've still got a lot of things I want to do, so I don't want anybody thinking they've seen the last of John Force." While he continues his recovery, John Force Racing has turned to former funny car champion Jack Beckman to drive his car for the 2025 season. Beckman, an experienced and respected competitor, expressed his enthusiasm about the opportunity, stating that he is honored to represent Force's longtime sponsors, Peak and Blue DF, while carrying on the legacy of one of drag racing's most iconic names. Force's return, even in a supporting role, has been an uplifting moment for fans and team members alike. His presence at Bradenton symbolizes his unwavering passion for the sport and his determination to make a full comeback. As he continues to progress in his recovery, the racing community eagerly awaits the possibility of seeing him back on the track, not just as a mentor, but as a competitor once again. John Force makes emotional return to the track after 2024 crash. NHRA legend John Force made a powerful return to the racing world, appearing trackside at Bradenton Motorsports Park for the first time since his devastating crash in June 2024. Though he has not yet returned to driving, his presence was a moment of triumph and resilience, signaling his determination to remain involved in the sport that has defined his career. A long road to recovery. The 16-time NHRA funny car champion suffered a traumatic brain injury following a violent high-speed crash during competition last season. The incident left Force facing months of rehabilitation, forcing him to step away from the driver's seat for the first time in decades. Despite the challenges, Force has remained deeply involved with John Force Racing, JFR, and has been steadily working toward recovery. Speaking from Bradenton, he shared his excitement about being back at the track. "I'm excited to be back at the races. I got to visit Vegas and Pomona, and we had good weekends at both. But to see Brittany over there in her Monster Energy car, that's pretty exciting," Force said, referencing his daughter Brittany Force, who competes in the top fuel category. JFR looking strong for 2025. Brittany Force and the rest of the JFR team have continued to push forward in John Force's absence. During preseason testing at Bradenton, Brittany recorded some of the fastest runs of the week, showcasing her team's strength heading into the new NHRA season. With Force still recovering, former NHRA funny car champion Jack Beckman has been tapped to drive his Peak-sponsored funny car for the 2025 season. Beckman, who has a long history of success in the NHRA, is thrilled to be representing JFR during this transitional period. "I am thrilled to continue a partnership with Peak and Blue Def and look forward to returning to JFR in 2025, Beckman said. Force's determination to return. While Force remains focused on his recovery, he made it clear that his racing career isn't over just yet. He emphasized his commitment to therapy and his desire to make a full return. "I'm still going to therapy every week and working as hard as I can to get back out there with the sponsors and the fans in a sport I love and miss. I've still got a lot of things I want to do, so I don't want anybody thinking they've seen the last of John Force." His presence at Bradenton was a morale boost for both his team and the NHRA community. Many fans and fellow racers expressed their support, celebrating his resilience and dedication to the sport. What's next for John Force? As the 2025 NHRA season kicks off, all eyes will be on John Force Racing. While Force's timeline for returning to competition remains uncertain, his leadership and passion continue to drive the team forward. Whether behind the wheel or from the sidelines, his influence on drag racing is undeniable. For now, Force is taking things one step at a time, focusing on his health and staying engaged with the sport he loves. While his next race remains unknown, one thing is certain: John Force isn't done yet.